Okay, everybody, it is me again. This is the third video that I am doing today, Friday, March 20th, 2020. Um, a lot more on my mind, and I want to talk about it here. Let me start off with this. First of all, I got a new hairdo, and I am not wearing my shirt and tie. I just had a really nice dinner, pasta, raviolis, some meatball, Parmesan cheese, of course, and a nice glass of wine. With that out of the way, we need to talk here. If you did not see the last video I did, the title of it was "It's Over, the New America, They Win, We Lose." I went a little off the deep end and I kind of freaked out. I want to apologize for that, but again, if you did get a chance to see that video, I would urge you to look at it. The concepts that I spoke about are 100% true. This is a new thing that we are in, and I'm not going to start on it because I'm going to go off the deep end. But what I want you to understand, and the reason why I'm doing this video, is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. We've watched this stock market lose 10,000 points in just a few weeks. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the one everybody looks at, is lost over 30% of its value in a very short period of time. This is a stock market crash. Make no mistake about it. That's what's going on here. And what I want you to remember, if you still have investments in this market, and I keep getting, the word bombarded doesn't even come close to the amount of messages and emails that I've gotten from people that are getting destroyed, absolutely destroyed. People that can't afford to take a hit like this, unfortunately, are at this time. And I want you to come away from this video with a perspective. Now, I can't sit here and tell you what you should do. If you follow my work, you probably have a good idea as to what's going on. Now, let's lay out a few things here that we know are facts. And I always give credit where credit's due. Credit is due here to President Donald Trump. Sit down, relax, don't get all hyper on me now. What am I talking about? If we all remember, in September of 2016, the president, well, then he was candidate Trump, explained to the world in detail precisely what was going on. He said the Federal Reserve was artificially suppressing rates to keep the stock market inflated to make Obama look good. He went as far as to call the stock market a big, fat, ugly bubble. Candidate Trump. As a matter of fact, this statement from candidate Trump at that time really solidified my reason for voting for him. I said, this guy understands what's going on here. Very, very unfortunately, what he decided to do was carry on what Obama was doing and hyperinflate a stock market bubble. Now, where the Dow Jones Industrial Average is right now is just about where it was when he was a candidate, saying it was a big, fat, ugly bubble. Keep that in mind. So what has happened now, the Dow Jones Industrial Average lost over 10,000 points, over 30%. We're in a stock market crash. President Trump's bubble, or his hyper bubble, we went from big, fat, ugly bubble into a hyper bubble, deliberately. His hyper bubble has burst. Every single dollar that he was up there shaking the fist at, great stock market, new record highs. Yay, look how great we're doing. We're booming. This forced a lot of people to invest in this market that wouldn't have. inflated a hyper bubble. We've lost it all. President Trump's bubble, this is the point, his hyper bubble is gone. It popped. But we still have to deal with the big, fat, ugly bubble, with Obama's bubble. You understand? So what I'm trying to get at here, for those of you that are looking for a bottom, those of you that are saying, when is the pain going to stop? When is the bleeding going to stop in this market? We have a long way to go. Potentially, this stock market could drop to 6,000 or lower. Regarding the Dow Jones Industrial Average, 6,000 or lower. Why 6,000? Again, it's very, very simple. The Federal Reserve stepped into this market with quantitative easing 1 at Dow 6,000. Okay, that kind of put a hard bottom there. But everything from that point on to where we just were, Dow 10,000 points higher, to where we are now is all fake. It's all life support. We have added no value, zero, to this stock market. All that's going on right now is the nationalization of industries. Corporations are being bailed out or nationalized. We have a Federal Reserve who's gone beyond hypernuclear, just like I explained to you would happen. They are flooding central banks around the world with dollars. This is the deliberate act. This is the new America. I've covered this to the point of nauseum lately. This is a whole new government. Again, the players are the same. The president's still the president, but this has all been thought out. I think you get that. This whole release of the virus, the cratering of the crude oil, the way it affected the stock market, opening a doorway for the Fed to buy it all, be the lender, the buyer of last resort. U.S. dollar is still the world reserve currency. They're flooding the world with the dollars so those central banks can buy assets. That's the next phase, okay? I already discussed this briefly, but let's stick to the current plan here. What I want you to understand is the big, fat, ugly bubble remains. It's here now and is just as big, fat, and ugly as it was when candidate Trump explained it to us all. This market potentially has a lot, I can't stress that enough, more to fall. And you need to think about how that's going to affect you if this potentially unfolds. Again, Trump's hyper bubble, gone. Period, the end. Just like old world America, gone. Period, the end. The new America is here, but we still have to deal with Obama's bubble. Obama's bubble is very real. It is a clear and present danger. And this market is going to correct to fair value. Remember the job of the market. It has one: to determine fair value. We have been on life support since Dow 6,000, and we are on full-blown off the Richter scale life support. No, I don't know what you call this. This takes everything. Again, Obama had to go to Congress and beg for $750 billion. Well, we're doing that $750 billion every few hours right now. It's unprecedented. And again, it's very swift. This is also completely by design. And it's life support. That's all it is. It's not just life support. We are literally watching a shift here in a government philosophy. The United States of America went from a free market economy to now a national socialist economy where the government becomes one or merges with corporate America. Again, I'll leave it up to you to define. What is it called when a government merges with corporate America? Okay, how has this played out in the past? Has it been pretty? What do you think is going to happen down the line? Okay, that's something you should ponder. But again, I'm going to go back to why I am sitting here after having a nice Italian dinner and a glass of wine where I was going to sit back and relax. We now have Obama's bubble to deal with. All of it. The entire Obama bubble. that has the potential to destroy and wipe out, pretty much everything you've put away in this market. So you think about what you need to do here. You understand what has happened. The hyper bubble, Trump's hyper bubble, is gone. It's history, just like old world America. History. New America is here, but we must deal, and we are going to deal with Obama's bubble. All right, with that said, people, please share this video. Get it out there. I'm going to apologize one more time for my last video. I think I got overly emotional there. I think I miss the old world America already. This new world America is proving already to be disastrous. Let me lay this out for you. Apparently the American people are getting one or two $1,000 checks from the president. He talked about that today. He's been talking about it. So let's just say if it's $1,000, if it comes to $1,000 per American citizen for a year, that comes to $19.23 a week. What are you going to do with your money? Is it going to make even 1 second of a difference in your life? Let's say if it's two $1,000 checks, $40 a week. Sounds great. Where do I sign? But again, President Trump is choosing to bail out every industry, every one of them, to the tune of tens of billions, if not trillions of dollars. Some of these corporations have been involved in stock buyback programs for years. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. How does that work? I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me, okay? You're going to get your $19.23 a week for a year, maybe $40. Well, they're getting billions, tens of billions. They're getting rewarded. Not only that, the Federal Reserve is also geared up to buy corporate debt. They can't pay it. So the Federal Reserve is bailing them out as well. It's not a bailout. Understand what you're seeing. I'm putting it in these terms, but this is national socialism. The reset has occurred. All right, for those other YouTube channels out here that are still pushing the narrative, you lose, okay? You have no idea what you're talking about or looking at. The reset has happened. We have a new government philosophy here in the United States. There is no resemblance whatsoever of old world America. That was getting phased out for a long time. This new system wants to pay you $19.23 a week, while they nationalize corporations to the tune of hundreds of billions, if not trillions. Anyway, let's deal with the Obama bubble. This guy loves you. I won't see you again until Sunday when I do my markets a look ahead. I'm out of here. Love you all from the heart. See you later.